Thy limbs waver, alas. The aged among us turn to 5 humble, green gifts from the earth to bolster what strength yet remains. Dost thou not feel at times thy body weakened, trembling after long spells upon thy weary feet? The climb up even gentle stairs weighs upon thee more than in times gone by, and the ground seems less certain beneath thy steps. If such a burden plagues thee, know this sorrow is shared, for thou art not alone. Kindly subscribe to the channel to behold what aid might come from these humble teachings. Grim research confesses 1 in 3 souls past 50 endures the slow leaching of muscle, leaving the body frail and the simplest motion tinged with dread. Such frailty draws misfortune, with stumbles casting millions in elder years upon the harsh mercy of hospital wards. Yet, even through this heaviness, a slender hope remains. Dear remedy requires not rare elixirs nor feasts of flesh, but the simplest of vegetarian fare. These foods may, in their quiet way, awaken weary muscles, stir tired blood, and lend fleeting vigor to limbs no longer swift. Abide with me a little while, for I shall unveil 5 quiet champions of the table, vegetarian victuals to help stave off the slow decay, and keep thee standing firm, if only for a few seasons more. Let us step forward into this dusk together. How dost thou see the value of leg strength as we tread further down the path of life? Many believe that weakening muscle is simply a companion of aging, yet oftentimes it is more the result of our manner of living and a lack of nourishing support to uphold sturdy limbs. This indeed is a matter of no small consequence for several reasons. First, strong legs act as a shield against the threat of falls. Weak limbs, alas, are susceptible to tumbles, a grim specter that remains the leading cause of life-altering injuries in older folk. Each year, a full quarter of those past 65 encounter a fall, and over 95% of hip fractures occur thus. Strengthening the legs can go far to lessen such risks. Second, powerful legs help keep the blood coursing well. Frayed circulation may bring on swelling, distressing varicose veins, and the misery of cramps in the night. As many as 4 in 10 over the age of 50 are plagued by circulation woes, causing discomfort and heaviness. Regular movement and muscles well nourished can go a great distance in keeping the blood flow smooth. And sure, atop all that, strong legs afford greater freedom and uphold the cherished gift of self-reliance as the years progress. Studies show that those who maintain strong limbs are 44% less likely to face immobility as they grow older. Healthy muscles allow you to stay active, cover longer distances, and handle daily tasks with greater ease and grace. In short, keeping your leg muscles strong gives valuable support to your joints. Nearly half of people past the age of 65 struggle. Joint pain and weak muscles only make this worse. Stronger muscles take the strain off your knees, hips, and lower back, reducing discomfort and boosting your overall stability. So, what vegetarian foods can you choose to strengthen your muscles, protect your joints, and improve circulation? Let's explore the 5 best vegetarian options to energize your limbs and enhance vitality. At number 5, we have spinach, a green powerhouse rich in nutrients that support muscle and bone strength. Spinach, no mere green wisp languishing in a humble salad, lurks as a silent force, ancient and unyielding, that coils strength through your bones and sinews. Each leaf is a vessel steeped in iron, magnesium, and calcium, each a mineral with its own secretive power to twist your body into resilience. Why does spinach haunt the altar of vitality? Iron pulses darkly through your veins, feeding undertones of oxygen to muscle and banishing the phantoms of weakness that wait ever at the edge of exhaustion. Low magnesium skulks in the background, stifling the searing pain of cramps, stirring your nerves awake with haunted vigor. Meanwhile, calcium and vitamin K plot conspiratorially beneath your skin, buttressing your bones, warding off fractures, and the silent, creeping ruin of osteoporosis. How should you allow this sinister verdure to infiltrate your meals? Scatter raw leaves into salads. Let them hide within wraps and sandwiches, sowing their power wherever there is space. Blend spinach with the sweet flesh of a banana and the pale trickle of almond milk, conjuring a deceptively pleasant elixir. Or, with garlic and oil, allow it to sizzle and writhe in a pan, its flavor deepening as it succumbs to flame, a swift, savory shadow lingering beside your main dish. Even a scarce handful each week can thread new strength into tired limbs. Now, cast your gaze on lentils, those unassuming specters among foods, drawn from the earth's grasp to mend muscle and restore lost flesh. Are your limbs trembling with frailty? It might be the echoing emptiness left by insufficient protein. Avoid which lentils, steadfast and silent, step forward to fill. These unassuming yet sinister pulses seethe with iron, potassium, and fiber, a shadowy store of sustenance, eager to breathe vigor into your trembling frame. How do lentils, those modest seeds, bolster the foundation of your mortal shell? They crawl with protein, mending frayed flesh, and stitching sinews anew, holding at bay the eerie specter of frailty. Iron courses through you, sustaining the cruel vitality that animates your body, while magnesium and potassium conspire in silence to brace the muscles and prevent the exquisite agony of locking limbs. How does one consume such uncanny fare? Brew a brooding lentil broth, thick with vegetables and spice to mask its true intent. Stir the cooked lentils into morose salads or cold rain vessels, embedding a hidden vein of protein into your meal. Or brave a dark and richly spiced lentil curry, a robust concoction to ward off feebleness. Not only do these pulses lend forbidden strength to your muscles, but they also quell the erratic surges of blood sweetness, trapping your vigor within flesh, unwavering, enduring through the hours. Next, let us turn to almonds, small but pitiless. These fragments of ancient trees pulse with wholesome fats that reinforce your joints, gifting their unyielding endurance. Behind their delicate crunch, almonds conceal a resilient might-potent fats, dense protein, and relentless minerals. Take heed. The power offered by these pale ovals transcends their size. Each bite a pack to harden your limbs and bind joy to your joints, locking strength into your bones. Almonds, those esteemed nuts, are brimming with nourishing fats, quality protein, and essential minerals that strengthen your muscles and bring comfort to your joints. What makes almonds an admirable ally for the resilience of one's legs? Rich in vitamin E and beneficial fats, almonds assist valiantly in easing the inflammation that can trouble leg muscles and joints. Their magnesium content helps muscles perform optimally, fending off cramps and feelings of fatigue. Alongside this, the pairing of protein and fiber grants you lasting energy, helping your limbs remain strong throughout the day. Ways to delight in almonds include grabbing a handful of raw nuts for a quick, healthy snack. Sprinkle sliced almonds atop your oatmeal, salads, or yogurt for an enjoyable crunch. Blend them into a creamy smoothie or whip up a homemade almond spread for a tasty treat. Adding almonds to your daily meals supports strong, ache-free legs, keeping you mobile and refreshed. Next, consider bananas, the unrivaled booster of stamina and circulatory vigor. Do your legs tire more quickly than they should? It could be a sign your body is craving more potassium. Observe how the bananas, masked in innocent golden promise, conceal a potent dose of that critical mineral, potassium, lurking beside magnesium, and the sickly sweetness of their own natural sugars. Unwary, you consume them, and in their wake, the fatigue in your limbs dissipates, muscle cramps held at bay by their secret power. Their deceptive nectar courses through your veins, flooding you with an unnatural vigor, driving you ever onward, relentless in your motion. As blood, summoned by hidden forces, surges toward your weary legs, you become a vessel, driven to act, to move, to endure. Contemplate the consumption. Marry the bananas yielding flesh to the thick, oily grip of peanut butter for a meal most satisfying, or slice it and scatter it across your oatmeal, your yogurt, your morning concoctions, each one claiming a piece of the sweetness while drawing you deeper under its influence. Blend it with almond milk, and you conjure a draught that both soothes and strengthens, readying you for paths unknown and ordeals yet unseen. Consume but one banana daily, and you'll find your legs fortified for whatever darkness the road ahead unveils. Yet beware the humble chia seed, a morsel so insignificant in form, so unremarkable to the eye, and yet within its shell, horror and might converge. These grains, small but ominous, cloak themselves in shadows, suffused with omega-3s, protein, calcium, and magnesium. When unleashed into your body, they work unceasingly, forging muscle and bone anew, shoring up frail flesh and battered joint, their influence spreading quietly, inescapably. Let the innocent no longer delude themselves. What you consume binds you, strengthens you, prepares you for struggles that whisper and watch from the darkest corners. Behold, the virtuous omega-3 fatty acids lend their aid in soothing the fires of inflammation from within thy joints, leaving them in comfort and ease. Calcium and magnesium lend their strength to bones and sinews alike, while fiber and protein grant enduring energy to carry thee through the day. How then should one partake of chia seeds? Soak them in water or milk to create a most delightful chia pudding. Add them to smoothies, yogurt, or oatmeal to receive a simple and wholesome benefit. Sprinkle chia seeds atop salads or soups, gifting them both texture and an extra measure of nourishment. Just a spoonful or two per day may bolster thy limbs with strength and flexibility. The wisdom offered in this discourse is meant purely for the delight and edification of curious minds, and should not be mistaken for medical guidance. Shouldst thou contemplate changing thy manner of eating, especially if thou contendest with any ailments, consult with a trusted physician. Each individual responds differently to food, and moderation is the key to a well-balanced table. Beware dangerous droughts, and hidden threats lurk within these edibles. While these green delicacies overflow with nourishment to strengthen stout bodies, they also carry risks that some should not ignore. Bodies react differently to various foods, so it's wise to understand how they might affect you. Take heed of what follows. First, cast your gaze upon spinach, a leafy green loaded with oxalates, which may contribute to the formation of kidney stones. Danger awaits. Spinach, though packed with beneficial nutrients, contains high amounts of oxalates, natural compounds that can play a part in stone formation, especially for those prone to these painful afflictions. If you have ever felt the agony of a kidney stone, you know just how unbearable it can be. But for those worried about such hazards, take heart. Pairing spinach with foods rich in calcium, such as almonds or dairy products, can help. Calcium binds to oxalates, making them less likely to form stones in your kidneys. Now, consider the humble lentil, yearning for anti-nutrients and gut irritation. Lentils, though unassuming, are packed with protein and fiber, which help build strength and support digestion. Yet hidden in their nature are phytates and lectins, those so-called anti-nutrients, quietly working to prevent the body from drawing in certain minerals. Some, after eating lentils, know only too well the discomfort, bloating, and the subtle ache of trapped gas. There are ways to lessen their harshness. Soaking or sprouting lentils before cooking might soften their effects, breaking down those barriers and letting more of the goodness in, though never completely. Then, the journey turns to almonds, celebrated for their nourishing fats and humble protein. Still, looming within is a quieter threat: the presence of oxalates, the same that dwell in spinach, waiting to trouble those already prone to kidney stones. Their concentrated calories make it dangerously easy to overeat, handful after handful, often without noticing until it's a concern too late. What are we left to do, except to approach with caution, just a modest portion, 15 to 20 almonds a day, to catch the benefits and hold back the silent risks? Is there any greater wisdom, truly, than modesty in consumption? An acceptance that not all good things remain without shadows? Enjoy just a modest portion, about 15 to 20 almonds daily, to take advantage of their many benefits while steering clear of excessive oxalates and unnecessary calories. Moving on, the unassuming banana can both elevate your blood sugar and offer a generous helping of potassium. Yet, too much of even a golden fruit becomes a burden. Bananas are rich in potassium, but keep in mind that overindulging, especially if your kidneys are already struggling, can lead to harm. High potassium, or hyperkalemia, can be risky if the kidneys can't process it efficiently. In addition, bananas are a natural source of sugar, which may lead to unwanted spikes in blood sugar, a particular concern for those with diabetes. For balance, stick with one banana a day and pair it with some protein or fiber, such as almonds or chia seeds, to help moderate your blood sugar swings. As for chia seeds, though tiny, they're packed with fiber, protein, and valuable omega-3s. However, since they absorb water and expand, eating them dry may cause digestive discomfort or even pose risks. Shouldst thou ever have tossed chia seeds into water and watched them swell grotesquely, thou wilt grasp the lurking reason. Shield thyself from distress by surrendering these seeds to the depths before daring to eat. Beware, too, the seeds carry in them a subtle power, able to thin the very blood that courses through thy veins, a danger for any soul already treading the path of blood-thinning potions. If this is thy plight, consult with a healer of grave wisdom before allowing them to haunt thy table. At dusk, as shadows lengthen and fatigue twists its fingers through thy bones, ponder, is it not the precarious balance betwixt feast and frailty that binds us? Chia seeds beckon with promise, yet to ignore their concealed threats is to risk misfortune with every mouthful. Listen keenly to the murmurs from within, and if uncertainty gnaws at thee, seek one who knows the secrets of the healing arts. Tell me, which of these dark morsels shall you tempt first in your nightly fare? Offer up your thoughts below. Should this counsel serve, let your approval be known. Share it among kith Subscribe to The Secret